In this video, I will show you how to do 2 over 2 over 2 cable stitch. Hi, this is Aero from Palmeri Arts and Crafts. Today I will show you how to create 2 over 2 over 2 cable stitches. If you'd like to skip to the details and simply need a memory refresh, I have a short version listed in the information card right here. The cable stitches are created with a total of 6 stitches. In my pattern, it is usually written as 2/2/2, and the following letters indicate whether there are purl stitches or knit stitches in the center, and also which side the cable is crossing toward. I have a waste yarn lining up right here. I chose different colors to indicate 3 sets of stitches, so it's easy to see the construction. When we have left cross stitch, which is written as LC, we would like the cable to lean toward the left. So we would like to have these first 2 stitches on top of other stitches and going toward the left. When we have right cross stitch, which is written as RC, we would like the cable to lean toward the right. So we would like to have these last 2 stitches on top of the other stitches going toward the right. So what happened to these middle stitches? The middle stitches are called stable stitches because they stay in the middle and remain as 3rd and 4th stitches. So if you're knitting, this is a first stitch, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. While those 2 stitches are changing location, so 1st and 2nd stitches goes to the left, turn into 5th and 6th, and vice versa. This middle stitches never changes. This is always remains 3rd and 4th stitches. So when we have left cross, the first 2 stitches go over and towards the left. Middle stitch remains the same. The last 2 stitches go under the middle stitch. And then this is how we create the cable stitch. When we have right cross stitch, the last stitches go over and go toward the right, and the first 2 stitches go behind the middle stitch. When the letter includes P in the middle, like LPC and RPC, it means the middle stitches are purled. When there are no P like LC and RC, then middle stitches are knit stitches. Now you understand the construction. Let's knit these stitches. I will be using 2 cable needles, so it is easier for you to see the construction, but you can also use 1 cable needle if you are more comfortable that way. 222 LC, left cross, or 222 LPC, left purl cross. For the left cross, we would like these first 2 stitches to be up front and move towards the left like this one. So we are going to transfer these stitches on the cable needle. Leave it up front. We would like middle stitches to stay in the middle and have last 2 stitches go behind the middle stitches. So we are also going to transfer these middle stitches onto a cable needle and leave it up front. Now we would like these last 2 stitches to cross toward the right, so simply knit these 2 stitches. Now middle stitches remains middle, so we are going to work on these 2 stitches. As I mentioned before, if it is written LC, then you're going to knit these 2 stitches. If it is written as LPC, then you're going to purl these stitches. I am making this tutorial for my pattern Love Me Not Lace Scarf, which uses 222 LPC stitch, so I will purl these stitches in the demonstration. If you'd like to check out the pattern, the free pattern is available on my website. The link is listed in the descriptions. And now we are going to work on these 2 stitches. So we are going to transfer these stitches onto the left needle, or you can directly knit from this cable needle. But I like to transfer back onto the left needle and then work on these stitches, whichever works for you. And then knit these 2 stitches. And let me work on a couple of stitches here so you can see the cable stitch. So as you can see, the first 2 stitches are now transferred to the left. And let me show you how to work this cable using only 1 cable needle. If you like to use only 1 cable needle, you can transfer first 4 stitches onto the cable needle. And then knit the last 2. Oh, and make sure this cable needle is hanging up front, because we want these last 2 stitches to cross over to the right side behind all the stitches. So now we are going to transfer these 2 back onto the left needle. And purl. Then the first 2 stitches are now transferred back onto the left needle, and then knit. If you like this tutorial so far, please hit like. If you'd like to be notified of new tutorials and knitting podcast, don't forget to hit subscribe. I work really hard to create free content like this. If you feel like supporting what I do, please get me a cup of coffee through a Ko-fi account. The link is listed in the descriptions below. Your support will be used toward necessary subscriptions or equipment to continue making free tutorials and knitting patterns. Thank you for your support. 222 RC, right cross, or 222 RPC, right purl cross. Okay, so for right cross, we would like to have last 2 stitches on the left to cross over and go toward right, just like this stitch right here. So we are going to transfer first 2 stitches onto a cable needle and hang it back. Oops. Let me drop this working yarn, and then transfer middle stitch onto the cable needle and go to the back, and re-straight it here. There you go. And then knit last 2 stitches. So naturally these 2 stitches are now to the right, and find the middle stitches, which is right here. And you can either knit directly from the cable needle. Like I said before, I like to transfer back onto the left needle when I'm working on the cable. So I'm going to put this back, purl or knit. Again, if it is RC, just right cross, knit these stitches, if RPC, right purl cross, then you're going to purl these 2 middle stitches. And then transfer these 2 back onto the left needle. Oops. And we are going to work on these 2 stitches. Let me show you how to do this with 1 cable needle. Okay, so now we are going to transfer 4 stitches onto 1 needle and bring this back. So it's hanging in the back in that way. In that way, these 2 stitches can come forward and then be transferred to the right. And I just fixed it and without explaining, but make sure this working yarn is in between your right needle and the cable needle, because if it's going like this, it's going to wrap these stitches around and it's not going to be pretty. So make sure this working yarn is right in between and directly goes to the next stitch. Okay, so work on these 2 stitches, bring 2 stitches back onto the left needle, purl, oops, purl, and then last stitches back onto the left needle or directly knit from the cable needle, whichever you prefer, and knit these 2 stitches. Alright, now you did the right cross with purl stitches in the middle. And that's how you do 2 over 2 over 2 cable stitches. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I will try to get back to you as quick as possible. Thank you for watching. Happy knitting. Bye bye.